Victor Alpha 3, Mike Papa Mike, stroke 2, Martin. Oh, Mike, noise reduction down, just money. What did I hear sound like Aurora? What did you say, Martin? Aurora. Yeah. The single's not too bad, they're about an S8. But yeah, Aurora electric. Let me go compress the mid here, we'll start the thing up again. Yeah, that's easy to cut through on this Aurora. No. Hello. Yeah. Okay, that was easy. That's easy. Is there ever heavy duty on you there, Gordon?
Yeah, I like it. I can hear Mark making up what she's saying.
Hello, Alan. How do you like that for Aurora?
I like it a lot. It's like quite a wobble on your side, right?
Yes, oh yeah. You do too there on Margaret, Gorge, yourself, everybody so far.
I'm going to go, Mike. I'm off the road with you at Gold.
Hey, you sound good. You sound good there, Alan.
Yeah, I came out. Yeah, I was in my 180 was on the bridge, so we're going to bring the dump loop from now on, I guess, until warmer weather comes, right?
Well, what did I just hear you say? Oh my word, that's a cardinal sin. A cardinal sin. Waiting for warm weather coming from you. I'm oh my God, I don't know what to say.
Well, I know, but I haven't got food today.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Roger.
Good evening from the bottom of my swimming pool, the EFHW.
Holy smoke, yeah, we're at the bottom.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I can hear you anyway.
Yeah, the first round should be not too bad. I don't think I got any really after that. Yeah, no problem. Margaret and me, is she in here?
She's in there.
Hello, Margaret, the HSP.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I got you about that 5.
How are you doing? I guess you're very good.
What was that, Margaret? Okay, good evening there, Margaret. Yeah, we're up in Treeland here at the cottage, and I'm hearing Aurora on everybody, so it'll be interesting to see where the band goes from this point. Either we start losing the band or it'll stay like this, but it's interesting. Everybody sounds like they're at the bottom of the swimming pool, but that's all right, Yeah, we're snug as a bug in the rug up here. We got less snow here than Ottawa. That is maybe 2 inches on the ground, something like that. There's 2 inches on the ground here. The lake is not frozen yet. It hasn't been cold enough, so there's no ice on the lake. And about 2 inches on the ground up here. How are things over there, Margaret? Go ahead. Okay, yeah, as long as you're going forward there, that's the main thing. Okay, we're listening. We're standing by to see what others have to say, and keeping my ear on the map position. Back to you.
Yeah, she called you in there, Gordon.
Yeah, too much sad here, Margaret. How long did you bring me in? And I'll pick up a second with the last
what was that? You had 23? Oh, she had 40. Okay, go ahead, Margaret. Was that Alan you were calling? Yeah, she's just doing something there.
Okay, V3BW2, K1B3, I'll call you now.
Yeah, it's the coming really stuff here. No problem. I just need to have a bit more than today, but much to take. We're going to spend up here tomorrow, basically. So we'll do it up and we'll enjoy it this today. Get rid of the phony duck, boys.
Alright, Alan, well, enjoy that little bit of sun there and stay on the warm side of the glass. And sorry guys, I just realized I was on 60 watts. I hadn't brought up the power to 100, so hopefully that's a little better. That's all I have, so I'll turn it down to VA3XV. Randy, you can see what you can bring in and...
Okay, yeah, you came right up to like 5 over S9. Just like you turned an amplifier on. Okay, well, yeah, we were right around 32 degrees here. Actually 34 this afternoon. We're sitting at 32, and we just had flurries here all day. Probably got about, I don't know, somewhere between 2 and 3 inches on the ground. I didn't really do too much here today. But yeah, the flares are upon us, and I think it's probably another day or two. I think there's 3 right in a row here. So I don't know how long it's going to last. At least a couple other days, I know that. Okay, this is VA3XV for the 3730 Northern Control. I'm looking for check-ins. Anybody anywhere, please come out. V3SDI, got you, Rick? Anybody else? Okay, that's you, Sean, V3HXP. Anybody else? Okay, might be a rough night here. V3 SDI, Rick, how are you tonight? Okay, is the band hold? Are you just standing out then? Okay, well, thanks for checking in. Been a while since I heard you. Hopefully, we'll do it next time. It'll be better conditions here. You're about an S4 or 5 here to me. So the band is down. 7-3, have a good night. To everybody on the net here, and we'll go to V3HXP. Sean, how's copy?
Yeah, V3XP, V350. Copy is good. You're still probably 5 over 9. Well, I couldn't hear the other guy there. And then the band is pretty weak tonight, so we'll be listening along. Other than the fact that we got some more snow last night, and we had some flurries this afternoon. So yeah, we're not getting rid of. I think we're going to be getting rid of it next week here with the rain. It'll come in and wash it all away. And the other thing too is I think I'll fix the power supply. So it seems to be happy now. Now that I've done some work on it. So I guess you're hearing me okay there, Rob and Randy, V350.
Yeah, you're over us here, so no problem at all. I guess we're close enough here. But there's a little bit of a roar on you. Not over too bad. I am hearing Q-codes in the background. I don't know where that's coming from, but I am hearing something there. Okay then. Well, you going to stick around?
Yeah, I took it off for a little while there and for the second round. And yeah, if you talk about Aurora, when I turned the volume up, I could hear that on the voice quite distinctly. So anyway, so carry on there, Randy.
Okay, I'll get you on the second round there. I want to check in Sean there, MDG, V3 MDG. He's got ice built up on his antenna, and his max is way over 3 to 1. So he's listening, he's listening to us, and but he won't be checking in. So hello to Sean there. And is there anybody else that would like to check in here with me before I pass it back to Margaret? Please come now.
Victor Echo 3 November Sierra Victor.
Okay, V3 NSB, UIQ, and LNRG. Mark, come on in.
First time I checked in on this. I'm 3730. Very interesting to see you guys down here. Good signal. And of course, I forgot about the Aurora going on. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the radio. That was kind of fun. So that's on the 991 tonight. So anyway, I just wanted to jump in and say hello.
Oh, yeah, good signal from you, but we're not really that far apart. Yeah, not a really good night to be doing this, actually. Last night, it wasn't too bad at first, but by the time we got to the second round, it didn't last long. Everybody, like even the station out of Ottawa, dropped right out between, the path there, so it was absolutely nothing on. So, are you going to stick around for the second round, or are you taking off?
I'm going to take off. I'm almost time for my play right now, so I'll let you guys carry on. And we'll talk to you later. VHL or General.
Okay, well, maybe we'll catch you on 2 meters there sometime through the week. Have a good night. Thanks for checking in.
Yep, no worries at all. We'll talk to you later, Andy. Have a great night.
Okay, V3 UIQ, come on in. Yeah, okay, I got you about that's 4 to 5 here, so definitely signals are down. And okay, so you'll be back around. Hey, thanks for checking in, Mike, and maybe things will get better here. Well, hopefully, eventually they will in a few days or so.
Yeah, we have a four players.
Yeah, apparently there's 3 of them in a row, and I don't know if we got a second one now or what. There's going to be another one, so there's going to be another couple of days, I think, of this type of conditions. Okay, then, 7-3, and thanks for checking in. Terry, V3 NSV, come on in.
Hey, Randy, I thought I'd give you a nice distant signal so you could enjoy that warble from the Aurora. So, signal's way down. You're down S8, S9, not your typical 20 over. So, hearing you okay. And I did have that phenomenon with Margaret, too. I couldn't hear her, and then all of a sudden it was like switching an amplifier on, and she came up quite strong. So, I mean, it kind of sucks what it does to the band, but at the same time, it's rather interesting. So, and I was hearing that distant signal as well. I don't know where it was coming from. I do report to a PSK reporter, and I'm noticing 80 on my end is looking rather long. I'm seeing some signals from Spain and France and some long ones from like Arizona and Texas. So the band is really weird, but I do enjoy it. It's part of the hobby, right? But anyways, not much else to add there, Andy. I am streaming, so if you want to go back and listen later, you can hear the weird phenomenon in everybody's signal here from Kitchener. But should be around for the second round, Randy. Back to net control, V3 NSV.
Yeah, I was just on your site there earlier, and I was checking out the other night. So yeah, it sounds good there. Is that right off of your just off an SDR? You're running that?
Yeah, I have a MFJ SDR switch, so it goes into a Strasbourg 4-port splitter, and I have three HF SDRs on there, 2 SDR plays, and then a Web 888 that I use for PSK reporter, but it also you can log into it. So if you search V3NSV SDR on Google, you can find my web SDR, or if you go on SDR console and search the online SDRs, you can find my SDRs there as well. So it's, they do get some use. I see a lot of people on there, so I'm happy to provide the service.
Well, you got a lot more members than I do. I'm jealous. I only have like 324, and I think you're over 500. What antenna? You got a dedicated antenna for that?
No, it goes through my SDR switch, so it's the same antenna I use to transmit on. So if you look at the stream now, I'm probably absolutely hammering the front end, but I do have I have a protection. Kiwi SDR sells a little device that will protect the front end of your SDR receivers, but it's already protected through the SDR switch. But I have double protection, so I don't blow out the front end of the SDRs when I'm transmitting. So the SDR switch is in between my radio and my amplifier.
Yeah, okay. I have a protection device on my receive antennas here, like a probably similar type of unit that when I'm transmitting, I have the one antenna in the back that's like really close to my receive antenna, and if I'm on that one, it protects it. So yeah, it's good to have as well if it's needed. Okay then. Well, you're sounding great up here. You're about 10 over with a bit of QFC, so not too bad. The band must be like you were saying, must be better longer because you're I think you're like one of the farther ones away. Well, UIQ was pretty far away. They're down there too. So both you guys are sounding actually. He was down a bit, but you got a lot of signal here.
Yeah, you're definitely down from where you normally are, Randy. You're normally 10, 20 over. You're only about S8, S9 tonight. So anyways, I'll let you get back to the net. I should be here for the second round. We'll catch you in a little bit here, V3 and SV.
Okay, thanks for that. Is there anybody else that could check in to the 3730 before I pass it back? Please come now. Victor 1, Bravo, Alpha Charlie. Okay, V1BAC, and I got V3 MDG. Sean, did you get your SWR down? I'm hearing you fine here. I'm just on my receive antenna. I'll give you a proper reading on the next go around here. Yeah, carry on. I got you about net 7. Well, it's kind of a crazy night here on the band anyway, so as far as propagation goes, so I'm hearing you fine then. Okay, I'll get you on the second round. And V1 Bravo Alpha Charlie, come on in, Brian.
Yeah, hi, Randy. Good evening to you. Victor 1 Bravo Alpha Charlie here. Good evening to all the flying stations. We're just coming in a little bit late, but the last few stations are coming in here. Armchair Coffee in the Port City. Randy, I'd like to do a free test with you, if you wouldn't mind. And I'd like to do a test now and to see how you copy me signal-wise and what my audio is like, and then I'll do the other two tests to follow.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so this is test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to go to test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the second test, and this is the third test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was just wondering any difference in the signal. So this is the third test, and this is the second test, the second test, and this is the first test. Back to you, Randy.
The first test was 5 over, the second test was just under 9, and the third test it was down just a little above the 7, so just gradually fell down.
Yeah, okay, so we're 2 hours north of Ottawa right now at the time. The 15th of the first test course was the 4 o'clock going into the Stagpole. Over.
Also coming?
Okay, I think Mike had a comment there first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the 3 PM here, but I'm portable 2 2 hours north of Ottawa there at the cottage right now, and I would have the same report as Randy. Same report there. So number 1 is the best. Then, so 3, 2, 1, 3 is the worst, 2 is gets better, and then number 1 is the best.
Okay, thanks very much, guys. Like I said, I'm tuning up a 6-band paradigm. I want to say band, guys, so let's say a paradigm optic 6-bander, and the first test at 200 watts into the antenna, the second was 100 watts, and then the third was at 25 watts. So just kind of want to give a relative thought, you guys, the report says. Well, much appreciated, guys. Certainly, the help here. This part of the band. So not bad. We're getting there. But I can't wait for next year. Now that I have a better comprehension of copper over the copper traffic and the speed for holding up the basement, certainly made a big difference in the flight. So for instance, I'll just give an example. My 80-meter dipole on the Richmond, wasn't that a bit of that, but that's a three-bander. With the Canadian Tire copper strap for hanging your pipe to the basement, the dipole is 62.5 for Richmond. Good EFHW 1 2 to 1 at 3.770. When I put the copper, the true blue copper that we use at the transmitter site, the original stuff, that becomes too short of an antenna. It shows to be resident at 3.863. I had to add almost another 3 feet to that 62.5, and at that point now, I'm running it down to 3.700. So what a difference with the new copper.
Yeah, I think it's a better, makes the faster transfer power there. I'm thinking that's the only thing I'm thinking that would make the antenna shorter. Anyway, Margaret had a comment there too. I'll pass it over to her. Go ahead, Margaret.
Yeah, believe it or not, my experience there was you were an S5 on number 1, an S4 on number 2, and number 3 you went all the way up to an S6. So good for you. K1 Music, thank you, everybody.
It's that interesting. Very, very interesting. All is good. It's kind of nice to see how things are working here, and certainly, on the weekend, we're not done yet. Thanks, Randy, and good evening to everybody. That's one double.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, are you sticking around?
Absolutely.
Okay, then we'll get you on the second round if the conditions hold up here. Anybody else before I pass it back to Margaret? Nothing heard, so back to K1BZE, VA3SC.
Sounds good, Randy. Thank you very much. All right, at this time, I will close for check-in to this is K1BZE. Hang on 1 second. Make sure I am hanging. Okay, here we go, I got it. Alright, this is K1BZE. Anyone wishing to check in, please come in. Alright, we'll start off with round 2 with so we are on everybody.
Okay, when you said MPM, I heard like EPM. Are you calling me in?
Yeah, VA3 MPM.
Okay, I just heard EPM, like Echo Tango Mike. Okay, I thought it was the first there, but okay. Yeah, so your signal came up a little bit, Margaret, and a little bit less aurora on your signal. So that's what I'm seeing here there. What's the scene over there, over?
Yeah, the was starting to tame down. We started a little bit with Randy, and I wasn't hearing any on Brian. And then Randy came back a little bit, but yours is almost gone.
Yeah, still there. I can still hear it on here. It's just not as strong as the first second. Okay, I'll keep it short in case we lose the band. So back to you.
All right, sounds good. We'll go down to V32I4.
Yeah, hi, Margaret. Signal coming in here from you. Not much more to add. Temperature is above the season there. Ours is a wee bit. Not a whole lot. And that's really about it, Margaret. In the next tonight, you have a great rest of the evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, 7-3 victory. Hello, Margaret.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good, of course. Thanks for coming out in. And glad you're doing well up there. Let's see, V3BW2 out. You want to call Alan? Ready?
Okay, V3BWQ Allen, round 2. Allen, V3BWQ. Oh, he must have been distracted or something. Whiskey uniform.
Sounds or something. All right, VA3, X3, K1V0, tell me what.
Okay, I heard Rick in there, WU. I'll pick him up there. I don't really have too much more to say. I think the weather's supposed to be the same tomorrow, but maybe a little bit milder. So we might lose some of this snow. I don't know. Like I said, we only have maybe somewhere between 2 to 3 inches, so it's not too bad. Okay, back to 3730 North Control here, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up VA3WU. Come on in.
Boy, oh boy, Randy, I'm not used to hearing your signal like this. You're about just over the S9, like 5 over S9. Usually you're 30 to 40 over S9, so I guess the band isn't what it once was before the latest solar activity. I'm looking at the Simon Brown's map, the daylight map, which shows Aurora. And we're almost red. You're right in the red. You're going to see it like crazy tonight. I mean, it's high incidence for you. For me, I'm well in the green, which is uncommon. Usually it doesn't quite reach my place here in Niagara. But we're well in the green, almost to the yellow now. So it looks like it's going to be an active night for Aurora and not so much for the HF band. So back to you, Randy, VA3WU.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here because I'm getting you about 15 over here. A real good signal. And there's less Aurora on you than there is to the stations to the east and west and north of me. So you're doing well. And yeah, I think we're going to be overcast here, so I don't think I'm going to see too much.
Yeah, okay. Well, if it's overcast, I guess you're not. But I mean, it's there. It's there. It's too bad that we couldn't bring up one of the satellite cameras and just be able to look at the aurora from the space side, like in real time, not just some pictures a month from now, you know. But I bet you it would look really interesting tonight.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't. It would be at both poles, so like you'd see it down there. Like I imagine Australia is getting the same type of deal what we're getting down there.
Yeah, I would imagine. But anyway, okay. I'll let you go and get on with it, Randy. Thanks for being there. You sounded good here. Yeah, 3WU.
Okay. Thanks for checking in, and I assure you I am not QRP. So, anyway, that's at least we're experiencing some weird stuff, but we're hearing each other. Okay, is there anybody else before I start my second round I'd like to check in? Please come now. Okay, I'm here to X-Ray Yankee Tango, V3, come on in.
I'm not sure what I'm checking into, but I say hello anyhow, because I'm doing something not much research tonight on the other band.
Yeah, this is the 3730 net. We're on here every night at 8 o'clock. And so we're on 7 nights a week. So I didn't look you up there. Whereabouts are you?
I'm located in Oakville, Ontario. I'm halfway between Toronto and Hamilton.
Okay, I got you about an S5, but I'm hardly getting any noise here at all. But it's not your typical night here with a lot of aurora happening here. But hey, thanks for checking in here.
Oh, my pleasure. What's your phone? Where are you located?
Okay, Edward, it's the name here is Randy, and the call is Victor Alpha 3 X-Ray Victor, and I'm located on the southeast end of the Algonquin Provincial Park.
Which one?
Algonquin Park.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got that. I was up there just a lot of months ago now. And enjoyed my stay. Been for about 4 nights at the Colonial Bay cabin there.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, you're more on the west end. I'm off the east end, just outside. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for checking in, and please check in with us again. We usually do 2 rounds here. I don't know if you want to stick around.
I'll be listening, and we'll do that.
Okay. Thanks for that. And was there anybody else here? Did I hear somebody else before I start the second round? Come on in.
EFHW.
Okay, I got IOW, Tango Alpha Charlie, X-Ray Quebec, and there was a weak one in there. Try it again. Oh, X-Ray Lima Golf, I got you, Luke. Was there anybody else? Okay, X-Ray Lima Golf, I got you, Luke. Anybody else? Okay, Luke, you're pretty weak here, but I got you. Go ahead. Okay, then, how much power are you running? Okay, you're not even registering here on my receive antenna, but I'm just near the end there, because I have absolutely zero noise, so I'm just hearing you, and that's it. Okay, thanks for checking in, Luke, and you have a good night then. Okay, we'll go up to Ron, V3IOW. Come on in.
Good evening, Randy. Don't know how bad the band condition is, but hopefully everybody can hear me. Good evening to you and to all the listeners and participants of this net, and to those who are on the show plate. This is Victor Alpha India Oscar Whiskey. Nothing much to report here, just participating to that tonight. I'll be around in the second round. Maybe I can think of something to say this time. Thank you so much for picking me up.
Okay, Roger, so thanks for checking in. I got you actually anywhere just a little under 9 to about a 10 over. So there's a bit of QSB, but hearing you fine. Okay, I'll get you on the second round then. And I'm going to keep going here to V3 Tango Alpha Charlie. Tom, how are you tonight?
Good evening, Randy, and everyone. Not doing too bad. Pretty nice day today. We managed to avoid most of the snow, and a fair bit of it melted today. How are things for you? Did you get much?
We probably got about another maybe quarter of an inch or so. So we're pretty close to somewhere between 2 to 3 inches. And the sun actually popped out for a little bit. So I think once the sun comes out, it starts to melt a little bit. But we were above zero. We were above zero here, +2. So I guess it was slowly melting too, but it's hard to tell. Anyway, there's really not that much on the ground.
Well, let's keep it off the ground as long as you can. But anyway, Randy, I'll let you go take care of 7:30, and it's pretty good. Some of the bands have been up and down with that solar storm or whatever.
Yeah, I got you between an S5 up to a 7, so you're actually not too bad here. I got absolutely zero noise here. That's the benefit here for me right now. Okay, then you have a good night. And Frank, E3XQ2, come on in. I can hear you on the loop.
Everything persistence this evening. You're sometimes down to 20 to 25, something like that. So, so dB, I guess, or maybe more. But, and the time, as you get way down low. Always good here. It's getting wet here. Rain's coming in, and most of the snow, so I don't have to shovel. So that's good. So, well, anyhow, I'll be, after this round, I'll kind of listen for a little bit, but I won't be around for the second round, so, if you know this. And, everybody's on the low side for this campaign. And there's a little bit of a war going on here, too, so, 7-7-4. Anyhow, back to you.
I got a report for Luke and Frank.
Go ahead.
Okay, the 3HQ, the 3 MPM, portable 2 there at the cottage, and your solid 10 dB over S9 there, so even with the slight aurora, it's gotten a lot better. It was really bad when we started, and it's a very good signal there going.
Oh, okay, it's regardless of Mother Nature, I guess. Have to get over on it if you want to call it that. Everyone's, it's sounding okay. And I'm on the show, I'm kind of reaching out on the Wiki thing there. And the only issue I have is the receive noise. It's still there, but maybe I'm going to come up with an idea for a receive antenna. I was thinking about stuff. Which I'll come up with an idea and work it over the winter and maybe start putting together in the spring. So, we'll see. And thanks for the feedback, Mike. Your sound is nice and clean and strong and tough. Over here. Back to you.
Rod, okay, over to you, Randy.
Okay, well, I got you here anywhere from S9 to 10 over, so there's nothing wrong between you and I, and amazing that you're on that loop and how it's working there. Good stuff. Okay, Frank, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening.
NB all.
Okay, any more before I actually start my second round? Come on in. Okay, nothing heard. We'll go to Sean, V3HXT, round number 2.
Very good there, Randy. V3HXT here. The signals are all over the place. There's some people I don't hear at all whatsoever. And I do have my noise level is from about an S5 to an S7. Really noisy tonight. Buzzing sound, that's what I'm hearing on the radio. So, anyways, I don't have much to offer other than everybody have a good evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Well, the really weak ones, where I'm hearing them the best is off my 80-meter loop, horizontal loop that's elevated up, around 6 feet. And it's got a regular, it's got a 4-to-1 balun on it, like a regular balun that transmit. And I'm feeding it with 550 feet of RG6. And I'm not using any preamp at all. And, the people who are normally, 10 over are about maybe an S6 on it. But there's zero noise. So the ones, I tried it on all my transmit antennas, I couldn't even hear those stations. As soon as I go to that, they're not moving the meter, but I can hear everything that they're saying. So that's the key here. It's paying off. I'm hearing them better on there than I am on the beverages. But the beverages are low angle, right? So Brian out there in Nova Scotia, he was good and strong on the beverage there. So anyway, just lucky I have that. The antenna is in a quieter spot too. So that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah, very good. I got the antenna at about 75 feet, something like that. So, yeah, I've been picking up all the noise like you wouldn't believe. I don't quite have enough I only have 1 acre here, so I couldn't put up anything substantial as far as a receiving loop or anything like that. Well, I could put up a receiving loop, but to do something on the 6 feet off the ground, I'd have to wire up the whole shebang just to get something to work. Anyways, other than that, yeah, I guess we'll just have to put up with the conditions. Hopefully it'll get better tomorrow night. That'll be good.
Yeah, okay. Well, I also have an 80-meter full length at 268 feet on the ground. And that's a little bit quiet. The signals are a little bit quieter on that. But with a preamp on there, it's pretty close to the other one. So you could do I suggest do a loop on the ground. Put it in a square or round, whatever. Round would be better. And just leave it right on the ground, 268 feet, and pin it right down and feed it with the 50 ohm or 75 ohm, and you'd be good to go.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something good to keep in mind. Maybe if the snow goes away of the ground, I don't really want to put it on the snow. Anyways, I'll think about that for maybe a warmer weather there. It's too cold. I know it's supposed to, you're supposed to do antenna work when it's cold outside, but I just don't like the cold for it.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that should be the best time to do that is right in the spring, right before the grass starts growing, and because everything's right flat, right, and pin it down and do it that way. I used electric fence wire. It's not really coated. It's got the poly strand it's called in it. So technically I could short it out to the ground, but which would make it really quiet. But I mean, if you have it doesn't matter how big the wire is, the diameter. But if you have an insulated wire, that's the way to go. Okay, I better get going. Thanks for that, and I'll get talking to you later.
Yeah, thanks, Randy, and you have a good evening, and get back to work now, you young man. V3 6 feet.
Yeah, I better do something here, yeah. Okay, V3 NSV, Terry, come on in.
Hey, Randy, still here? Hey, let me just drop it for a second. Hold on. There we go. Once in a while when I key up on my flex, I get this weird noise in my headphones. I got to unkey and key back up. But, yeah, I still have my loop on the ground in the backyard. I was actually experimenting with different lengths. I did one that did the full I guess, circumference of the backyard, and I find it didn't perform as well. It got more noise with about 150 feet of wire. So I'm using my loop on the ground is about I guess it would be about 80 feet of wire. 80 feet of wire in the backyard fed into a BT75 transformer off DX Engineering, fed with 75 ohm feed line. And it's hit or miss. Sometimes it outperforms the 80 meter end fed half wave, and sometimes it doesn't. But it's kind of nice to have depending on conditions. But I do notice when the ground's wet or when it gets covered in snow, it actually performs better. So, and like you said, mine was stapled to the ground with some landscaping staples, and I'm hard pressed to find it now after a year. So it's completely gone. So, anyways, not much to add. Signals are about the same. Everybody's still down, but I'm managing to hear almost everybody. I think the only one I'm really having a hard time hearing is Margaret. So. That's it for me, Randy. Thanks for doing the net. We'll pass it back to Net Control from V3 NSV.
Okay, well, yeah, and thanks for doing the live there, or putting the live recording on there. That's great. And yeah, well, it's been about 5-6 years since I experimented with my first loop on the ground, and I noticed mine was getting quieter in the wintertime. Not really over the winter so much as when the spring came and the snow got more dense, right, as it was melting. So it would be like about maybe 2 feet or over a foot of it was underneath the water sort of thing. So that's the only time I noticed it. But anyway, where these antennas, where most of my antennas are, my receive antennas, they're far away and they're in a quiet spot away from the power line. So the way I found that out is one field day. We were having field day down there, and I couldn't believe it. It was like zero noise on 80 meters, and I'm thinking, I go up to the shack here that's closer to the power lines, and I was getting, I guess, 7 noise and whatnot. Go down there and it's 0, and I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I should just run like long coaxes and put something down here. So that's exactly what I did. I'm glad I did that. Anyway, okay, Terry, thanks for checking in, and we'll probably talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Randy, sounds good. Yeah, one other antenna that I recently put up is I have a 71-foot random wire with a 91 balun running along my fence, and I use it just for receive. I find it outperforms. I have a 80-meter end fed, and I have a 20-meter monoband dipole, but this 71-foot random wire on the fence with I think it's about a 17-foot counterpoise is really doing well on receive on 20 meters. So anyways, you know how it is. I turn the backyard camera off and I start stringing wire on in the backyard so the wife doesn't see it, so she doesn't know. So anyways, that's it, Randy. Back to net control, V3 and SV.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you get 2 of them up, one north-south, one east-west, it doesn't matter. As long as they're 90 degrees from each other, then you'll really notice the difference switching back and forth. It's amazing what you can hear from one to another. But anyway, a lot of, if you have the room, you can do it. And there's a lot of fun fooling around with that stuff. Anyway, okay, have a good evening there, and we'll check out your YouTube thereafter. Okay, back up to Sean, V3MDG. Come on in.
V3MDG. I'm just noticing something very interesting here. On my transmit antenna, URS9, a pure S9, and on my receive antenna, when they're fading, I got the 2 of them running, and you're 20 over. So, it does make a difference with the receive antennas, and like I said, I've been experimenting with phasing them. And to get back to Sean there, if you've got 60 by 60 by 60 by 60, you got 240 feet of wire, and put it on the ground, and I just used the little pins that you would put for a chain link fence, really black, they're vinyl coated, sort of like a staple, but more like a hook, and I put that in about every 10 feet, and it doesn't go anywhere, and like somebody was saying, if you do it in the spring, Randy said if you do it in the spring, then the grass goes up around it and it disappears. You'll never even know it's there. Anyway, Randy, things are coming back to normal. I'm back up about 80 watts here. I don't want to push it too far. I'm just getting little pops SWR, but nothing that's going to hurt the radio. And I think she's melting off, but you got to play with it. Anyway, hope everything's doing well. I'll get back and run to the end. V3MDG.
Well, I'm glad that your receive antennas are working that good, and they're probably here in different directions. That your transmit one is only probably bidirectional, so that's a bonus there.
Well, the transmit one is north-south. The receive antennas, they are loose. So whatever it's picking up, whatever phase, but when I change them, everything seems to come into alignment. I can almost steer it.
Yeah. Well, they're sort of they're somewhat omnidirectional, but depending on the size of them. If it's a smaller one, it'll like on this band, it'll be from each corner, and then if you have one that's the same size as the band, it's going to go from your feed point to the opposite end, right? So I don't know if they're two different if they're two different directions or sizes, or even like I don't know if they're identical or not, but you must be getting you're getting extra dB there anyway.
Well, they are almost identical in size. The only difference is one's on the ground and one's 10 feet in the air.
Okay, well that's something to look at. I'm going to have to replicate that in my program here, and compared to just one, and see what it tells me.
Let me know the results. I'd be interested in that too.
You're saying they're about 70 square, like 70 feet each side?
60 by 60 by 60 by 60.
Oh, okay. Well, that's there near full size then for 80 meters.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the way to go. I like them. Mine are 68 foot per side. So as long as you're, I find when it's resident, within the band, it's much better. That's what I find anyway. Okay, I'll let you know what I find there whenever I get to it.
Sounds good. Okay, I'll ride along. 7-3 surround. V3.
Okay, and we're going to go back to Brian. V1 Bravo Alpha Charlie. Are the conditions still there?
Yep, Victor Echo 1 Bravo Alpha Charlie. Back at you, Randy. And, Randy, I got to ask you a question. I know we talked about your transmission line and type of antenna you're running. Are you running any power up there? I'm curious if you're running any power or you just bare bulk. You have one heck of a great signal coming down here into the Port City in New Brunswick. And I always want to know what the answer would be. Back to you, Randy. Victor Echo 1 Bravo Alpha Charlie.
I always run 400 watts here. That's my max here right now, so 400 watts. And I'm running the doublet up, it's 60 feet on the end and about 50 feet at the feed point. And it's broadside southeast, northwest.
Yes, you would know. Well, it certainly is doing very, very well. Very, very well. One of these days, when I get this room cleared up, I'm going to compare with what I'm running now, and then run an amplifier. I have a kilowatt amplifier just to compare with you, but we're not ready for that yet because of the lack of room and construction. What was I going to say? One of the properties we're going to put up beautiful. We're planning putting up a beautiful Sturther curtain, and we're also going to put up a Carolina antenna. And we like to do a little bit of a compare, but that won't happen until next year. Oh, that's another project, Randy. We got another project coming up. We got 9 acres of property to play with there, and we're going to play. But anyway, not for this year, not this time of year. We're going to finish up what we have with the big banker, and that's what I'm operating. Because I had to prove the difference between that copper and the copper strapping, and boy, I see a big difference. Anyway, next year will be the 7th band dipole going up here at 50 feet in the air. Then we're going to have the Sturther and the Carolina. The Carolina antenna is going to go up as well up to the 9 acres. And we're kind of hoping to see some play time and see how that works out. We'll probably be able to do that both remotely and on site. So, I got to retire. I got too many things I want to do with my work gets in the way. Back to you and thank you to everybody. That's the one all the time.
Well, once you get stopped done working on the commercial antennas, you gotta go full force on yours. Yeah, the Sturba curtain should work pretty good, especially if you can get it east-west. That it's transmitting east-west. That should work pretty good here.
Well, Randy, I gotta tell you, we got $150 to hang these Sturba curtains off, so not bad.
Oh yeah, you're all set. I got the trees here. I just my problem is there's too many trees in between to be able to manufacture something like that. That is all nice and square and proper. But yeah, that's a lot of wire and a lot of feed line and all that stuff. Maybe someday. I'll just stick with my loops and my doublets here for now.
Yeah, you and well, we're going to use the server card. We're going to use the half-inch wedge cable that's basically what we use for wire. By the way, Randy, you know by the cutoff boy, you know I think you're in the same boat. I look at all the time to work with this stuff. So what I want to do, hopefully this year, you know, it's May, September, then dipole, I want to get that done. But next year, what I want to do is put up a single 80-meter dipole, and do a test, and then a 40-meter dipole, so I'll just single-handedly, and then throw up the 6-cylinder, the 7-cylinder, here's the whole PCH, and do a there and compare. But, you know, here's my statement. I made to a very dear friend of mine who's retired now from the industry Canada, and I said, you know, here's the problem. I can throw a bale of wire up there, and it has no sense at all for the technology of theory, and the connections can be absolutely fantastic, and I'm full of it, and receive it like no tomorrow. And then the next day, you throw up a kind of carefully tune and tweak to the theory, and you got the proper, quarter wavelength above ground or half wavelength, depending what you want to do, and it works like crap. So I guess that's the whole point of it. What it is all about, just have fun. Over.
Oh yeah, you know it's always a learning curve too, and I figure if you can squeak out half a dB here, half a dB there, you're getting closer to that magic 3 dB gain. And it doesn't really take much, just a good feed line, and a good tuning and all that stuff that you mentioned. To get it up to you got to get up to that 3 dB to get your signal doubled.
Well, Randy, here's what I look at it. I mean, it's not always possible depending on your backyard and what you can support. You know what? Let's put the street up. Anything is better to have a field, whether it's drain quality and tuned and rested or not at all, it's better than none at all. If I was on a dummy load, you wouldn't be talking to me, and I wouldn't be talking to you when I So we're going to have play. We're going to have play time. I love having play, and sometimes it gets a little frustrating, but especially when there's so much of the work with the professional work, and of course there's renovation, we're doing the whole PCA, but at the end of it, it's sort of my piecemeal, because I like to see it in action. You can read the theory, you can move the page, you can hear people try different things, and you're right. One is kind of in one location, for example, in the Great Lakes, you work like a real real banger, and you take the same antenna, same design, same height, and throw it in another location, like I say, up the prairies or out the Rockies and stuff like that, and it doesn't have all the great gain or propagation operation per se. So to each their own, but just gotta have fun. That's what I gotta say. But anybody else says, you just gotta know how to have fun, and you gotta have fun at the hobby. So retirement. Oh my gosh, Randy, I had about 3 conversations coming down the pipeline talking about these people I contract and so forth, and they go, gee, we're worried because it's hard to find people that are coming out of the community college, grade schools or engineering, like big professional schools or university and so forth, and they're really having a hard time finding that's going to fit the bill with the IT capability, RF capability, audio capability, and the whole mix nuts, and they're really getting very concerned. I said, well, I tell you what, I'll give you guys ahead of time notice, and when I'm retired, I'll let you know when I'm going to retire. But here's the funny part, Randy. I say to myself, I'll be still there even though I retire. And I saw a statement somewhere. What did it say? I worked to the day to my funeral, and that very day I'll have to take a vacation day to have my own funeral. So I don't know. It's sort of a very unique, non-stop work as a career. It's very hard to find those that can fit the bill. Over.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's getting tougher too. But like what we're doing, if you're not having fun, you might as well give it up. And most of us on here are having fun, so that's the main thing. Hey, my wire is talking to your wire, so we're all wired up here.
Yes, we're all wired up. God love it, Randy. Always a pleasure. Thanks for doing what you do, and look forward to hearing you along. You know what? I'm running looking forward, Randy, one of these days to actually meet you face to face. I think there's quite an interesting story between you and all the things you do, and you certainly show that you enjoy everything that you do, and I think that's the biggest thing. If you can have fun, you can enjoy, and don't consider it as a labor intensive. I don't know. I really don't want to be there, but I'll have to be there. And you know what? See you later, BT1BAC.
Well, I tell you, it won't be boring because we won't run out of stuff to talk about, that's for sure. Okay, Brian, always good to talk to you. Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night then. You have a good evening then. Okay, VA3WU, Rick, are you there? Okay, he must be on 2 meters. V3XYT, Edward, are you still around?
I'm still here. Victor Echo 3, Victor Tango. I'm going to try listening to the various guys. I can pick out some of them, and of course hear the clearance. For some reason, you must have the biggest rig there, perhaps. It's also a novelty for me. I'm kind of a new man. I've only been doing this about 2 years, and I'm more used to hearing Americans than I am Canadians in the talk so far. When I hear somebody from our own country, it is quite interesting for me. Over.
Oh yeah, well you'll find a lot here. We got a lot of Canadians on here, and there's a few Americans to come in. It's across the border and out here too. The other controller is Margaret there, K1BZE. She's in Massachusetts, and two years. Okay, well congratulations on that. And there's a few other nets around. The OnTar's net on 3755, which run 7 days a week there all day. And then there's the Transprovincial net. You probably know about these nets already on 7100. That runs from Monday to Friday. So you might even hear me there. I have an hour that I do twice a week there. So and then you'll hear me here a lot. So you're welcome here any time. We're here every night.
I was wondering, are you retransmitting this on another band somewhere, or retransmitting on YouTube or anything like that as this goes on?
I do that. You'll see me live here on Fridays and Sundays on my YouTube channel. And we got Terry, V3 NSV. I think it's... I think it is Terry NSV. He just put something on here tonight, actually, and he does it there, but he just records the off his SDR and he puts it on there. Mine is a live feed right from the shack here. So if you go to YouTube, I have a channel there and I have recordings on there and some other stuff. Just punch in on YouTube. Just punch in my call sign in the search there, and you'll pop up. It'll pop up. You'll see my call sign, and it's Victor Alpha 3 X-Ray Victor V83XV, and that'll pop up. But I am live Fridays and Sundays. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I will give that a shot. I don't know. I've heard some other people retransmitting on YouTube. It's always interesting. It's like another way to hear it if you can't pick out some of the guys that are in different parts of the country.
Yeah. Just check that out on YouTube, and you'll see my channel. And there's a whole bunch of other ones that are that have channels there too. So there was a contact in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Randy, from V3PCP, someone was looking for the YouTube stream. Just search out Terry Dean on YouTube, and you'll come up with his SDR feed there, V3PCP.
Oh yeah, okay. Thanks for that, Rob. Yeah, just well, he's doing it tonight. Terry is. So just put in YouTube in the search. Just put in Terry Green. That's Terry Green, and it'll pop up. Tonight's feed will pop up.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. Thanks so much. Maybe I'll hand it back to you to carry on then while I try to see if I can figure that one out. B3BYT.
Yeah, so do the Terry Green one and then check mine out. And Rob has one too. What's yours, Rob?
It's under my call sign, VE3PCP. Lots and lots of live streams there.
Yeah, okay, there's another one, V3PCP, Papa Charlie Papa. He's got a lot of live streams on that one too. And yeah, so those three.
All right, V3 Bob Charlie Papa, copy that. Thanks so much.
Okay, well, have a good evening. We'll look forward to hearing you again.
Okay, I'll be listening. Carry on.
Okay, how copy there, Rob? I got a little Aurora on you, but it's not too bad.
I'm hearing you fine, Randy, no problem at all. And I run a half-wave NBIS cycle, 3 points at about 24 feet. And it's the same dynamic for 40 and I have a generally very low noise level here. And there's quite a few people who use my remote for receiving because of the low noise level. So we're happy to have that. The dipole is within the white cedar bush, so maybe that helps dampen some of the noise.
Yeah, mine's in the bush here too, cedar bush, in a swamp here. So yeah, I think that does help. And yeah, that's pretty good service that you have with the remote there. Makes it, especially for emergency purposes, you have good communication. Okay, Rob. Well, thanks for checking in here with me, and you have a good evening.
Yep, very good. We're just running 100 watts tonight, so you have a good evening. Good to hear you there, 73, VE3PCP.
Yeah, I got you good S9 Plus here, no problem. Okay, last on the list, V3IOW. Come on in.
All right, Randy. Thanks so much for picking me up again. This is Victor Echo 3 India Oscar Whiskey. Good night to everyone on the net. Not much traffic here. Workday is good, and hopefully everyone's remaining days of the week will be as good as everyone else. So thank you, and 73 to all on the net.
Okay, 7-3, Ron, and you have a good evening and hopefully a good work day tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk to you tomorrow night. Okay, before I pass it back to Margaret, is there anybody left here that wants to check in with me? Come on in. Okay, V3HWM, I could hear you a lot better tonight there. Actually, couldn't hear you at all.
Nice filtering up here. Here, nice and loud, but John was basically like 15, 20 minutes is Ron, just there. Everybody else went down much of what they're saying, so yeah, but for sure. Didn't do much today, Randy, sorted out Tuesday, other than I got to do but it seems to be holding here now, so I don't know what's going on. But the tire test, and I'm down to the wear bars pretty much on all the tires. Or winches, all of it. So,
Okay, Sean, yeah, no problem. You're, S8 to S9 there, so not full, full signal like you usually do, but still could hear you really good here, no problems. Yeah, the weather's supposed to be the same, identical tomorrow and Friday as it was today. So, +2 and then down to about -3 for the night. So, and flurries again. So it's adding up a little bit every day. But when it warms up above 0, it actually starts melting a little bit. So I don't think we're really gaining that much. At least we didn't today. Okay, then not sure when we'll talk to you, but probably Friday then. Have a good week. Okay, is there anybody else before I pass it back to American? VA3XV. Okay, nothing heard. Back to Southern Control, K1BZE, VA3XV.
The strongest signal down here, believe it or not, was front, and we ended up with it next week. And so it sounded good, and then you got better as well. So I didn't do the last station, and then I lost my SDR since it timed out on me. And let's see, good next. Yeah, it's fun to hear all your on. One of those and I'm over there. 17 feet, and I'll take anything. Alright, hearing no check-ins, we're closing out this time. We thank everyone to check. We're closing out this time, and thank everyone for coming on in. Now close, let's see, tomorrow, Randy listen up for Randy. Post, so, it says, one weekly, maybe I should be around, maybe it'll be Thursday, Friday. We're gonna hopefully on Friday I'll be able to, listen up here as well. I got, we'll see what happens. K1 Music, guys.
Yeah, okay. Well, whatever's happening with your antenna or the system there, it's still happening there. But I'm hearing no problem. Like your peaks are like 10 to 50. You peaked at 50 and over, so it's good and strong here. And okay, then I'll be back here tomorrow. You have a good night. We'll probably talk to you on Friday. Yeah, that's probably what it is. And there's something just a little bit loose up there. Okay, good night, Margaret. We'll talk to you on Friday.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Good night, Margaret. Good night, Randy.
Oh my God, this is one way down.
Yeah, I've got quite a bit.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Yep, I remember now.
Oh, you're a good 15 over here, so no problem here, Mike. Okay, have a good night.
Yes, stay warm.
Was there somebody calling me there, VHXC? I thought I heard my call. Anyway, this is ZH3XV, and I'm going to be out here. This concludes my broadcast today. See you guys tomorrow. Yeah, talk to you tomorrow.